Well, we've heard from one of the shopkeepers along here on the promenade about some of the things that she's dealing with, and it was great that we got hold of Ray Harmer to talk about that and just in general. Let's deal with, first of all, what exactly timescale is this going to be like this? And it's a massive section, right?
It's a massive section, so obviously, I mean, it seems quite incredible, but actually the whole thing is due to be complete by October next year. So the public have said, get this done as quickly as possible, so that's what we're doing. And, you know, and then we're moving from section to section, but we're actually not just doing here. In a few weeks, less than a few weeks, we'll be starting the southern end as well.
But did you need to shut such a large section all on one go? Because you're not working on it all the time. In fact, that, you know, another criticism that well, you can see yourself, everyone goes past, there's only key sections that are being done at any one time.
Although there's somebody working just up there and just behind us.
Yeah.
The trouble is,
but
the thing is, with such a huge space, you're going to need to really sort of plan and manage things. It's not possible to have everybody crowded onto one corner. But the public were very clear to us; they didn't want the project going on for months and months and months, or years rather. Finishing it by October next year is quite a challenge.
This lady's described it like Brexit was quite interesting, saying everyone voted for it, and I'm sure everyone did vote for the prom being done up, but didn't quite know the ins and outs, the details, how long it's going to be shut and so on.
Well, no, actually we've constrained it. Initially we said it was 10 years, then it became 3. This is 2 years, and it's actually less than 2 years. This is unlike Brexit. This is actually happening. This is real. There's finally, after 20 years of talking about it, we're actually doing something. What's
going to happen in TT? Because again, there's another concern. Are you going to get it sort of patched over for that period, or will it be like this still with no parking and limited access?
No, there'll be no working during TT. There'll be areas will be finished, such as the southern part of the prom, so sections will be completed off, and so that the festival can take place, because that's really important.
What do you say to shopkeepers though, and the hoteliers, that clearly we're standing outside the Queen's and just chatting to the bar staff, saying they've been hit by lunchtime trade massively, because people, I'd be one of them, park up. That's what we do in the Isle of Man, don't we? We don't walk anywhere. We park up and we go somewhere. They've been hit. Everyone's been hit. Are you going to help them out?
I think what we've always said is that to please bear with us. It's 90 years since the last promenade was happened. The work that we're actually doing now will last for 10 decades. And not only that, the work that we're doing now, where in the past we used to dig up for a pipe or for a telecom line or for electricity, all of that ducting work is going to be embedded in the prom. So once we do this, that's it. So that's quite incredible. Yeah. And as we've seen other regeneration schemes and massive schemes like in Ramsey, the trade afterwards massively picks up. But it's almost a case of saying, I think that's why it took so long for this to happen, 20 years, because actually because we knew there was going to be a big pain element, and the public being very clear to us, yes, we could have made it easier, yes, we could have had more parking during the prom, but what would happen? It would be longer. It would be not be 3, 4, 5 years.
Will they be compensated for their losses?
Well, there's no sort of scheme within that, but often what you see, I think in Ramsey, I'll be quoting figures, but the trade after the promenade, because once this is regenerated, it was massively improved, and that's what I would expect.
You're asking people to bear with you, and they have to just try and get the business account, because they're being hit, right?
Yeah, but yes, I know. But again, it's looking to, and you'll see from some of the pictures, what an amazing end finished product. And it is October next year. And the budget is really important as well to mention. We got an additional funding, because the walkway was never going to be done. We've got additional funding for the walkway. That's going to transform that, and also allow us to potentially make things quicker, because we can put some of the services and so forth in the walkway.
What about putting more people on the job? That was another one that, just literally blitzing it 24 hours a day.
Well, there's a thin line between, because if you totally blitz it, we'd get rid of two-way traffic all the time. We'd get rid of, we'd have to literally close the prom down sections, and clearly people didn't want that either, because to be quite frank, if we did it one job lot, I reckon it could be done in 9 months or whatever, but we'd literally close the prom. So it's a difficult balance between completely closing the prom, but making sure we do it in as short a space of time.
Well, we're going to chit chat every month. That's what we were signing up to, aren't we? That's the plan.
That's the plan. That one of us, I think it'd be good to see different people see it, because this is quite historic. This will be something that you'll show to people for many years, of saying how was this built? How do we go through? And I personally find it quite exciting. We've seen the concrete being laid, today. It's £25 million investment, confidence boost. This is huge, so it's going to be quite a journey.
you're going to get a hard time this whatever happens. You know,
I know that.
What about the parking finally? You know, the amount of reduction in parking spaces.
Well, clearly what the people have been saying is, on the northern end is actually the same. The parking, we looked at the numbers, it's shifted, it's displaced, but actually the parking will be similar. The southern end, there's been criticism from planners in terms of it's overparked. We are overparked. Ultimately, you know, places like Chester Street, and we will need new parking solutions, absolutely, to solve that. But I actually don't think parking on the and we're trying to create public spaces, places for people to enjoy and to interact. When I think electric charging points, all of those kind of things, bike things, and so forth. It's a space to enjoy. I think, you know, longer term we need to be looking at sort of more multi-storey parking.
Okay, we'll talk more, but just to finish before I let you go, any comment about Mr. Boot and what he thinks about pollution levels and your goings on at Quarterbridge? I mean, that is you technically, Quarterbridge.
Well,
right?
we're quite excited. Wasn't going to make an announcement yet, but what we're looking to do is work with a private partner to perhaps be able to monitor, road temperature and things like that. Yeah. So it's a space where we're looking quite intensively. Can we improve?
It's not going to cost £100,000 then.
Not if we go into some sort of trials and things like that. Right. So what we're trying to do there is maybe have some sort of intelligent highway, if you see what I mean. Yeah. But that's very embryonic, and I wasn't going to say that today, but I'm just giving you a heads up.
Fine. So you are concerned. You show some concern about air pollution.
Well, I think the more intelligence we have in our network and knowing where having real facts is useful. I think for example, Snaefell. If we, I'm not saying we can do it. This is embryonic at this point, but if it was possible to be able to monitor road temperature using wireless technology and things like that, you would be better planned for snow and so things like that. So technology might produce an answer, but that really is something very much an embryonic.
Watch your space, you're saying, I think, and sometime this year maybe.
Hopefully, but I say it's these things never run smooth, do they? So, but that's certainly a vision.